Hi there, this is Java Jim with First Line Equipment, and this is an intro to the Quamar Sirio-Q Espresso Coffee Grinder. This is basically their top of the line grinder. This section, okay, up here is made of plastic. This is made of, I think, aluminum, because that's what it seems like, a real thick aluminum. And most grinders coming out of Italy have aluminum bodies. I think this is gonna be a killer grinder in the light roast segments of coffee roasting. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is that most espresso grinders coming from Italy, and they are starting getting to the regular grinders, or regular coffee, and drip coffee, and pour over. I think this grinder is gonna grind fine enough. And I tested this out also in Orlando Coffee Fest in October 23, which today's Halloween, happy Halloween. Okay, and this will be published after Halloween, but over a year ago we had it, and we were producing shots with light roast coffee. And the reason is because it didn't really do a great job with regular espresso or full city roast. It did a good job with cinnamon roast. And what happens is with pretty much all the other grinders that I've tested, and again, testing takes time, was they can't grind fine enough for espresso using a light cinnamon roast. And the feedback has been at that show, and I will reveal right now, there have been some customers when they saw the color of the beans saying, "Oh, this is disgusting." As a straight espresso, I would agree, it didn't taste good. But when mixed with milk in a cappuccino, it brought out flavors that I have never, ever tasted in a cappuccino. And a little bit earthy in some cases, but not always, but just a completely different flavor profile than what you had ever expected in a cappuccino. So we're still gonna do more testing. Right now, I do have the S.A. Massini blend, that's the bag back there. It does grind fine enough, okay? Let's turn this grinder on. Okay, it's gonna go up to a startup sequence. Okay, we have ruffled the instruction manual because it's not a brand new grinder. This grinder has been to the hill and back. And you come up with a menu up here, and basically, let me actually start down here. It measures in micron sizes, okay? It's a stepless adjustment. The burrs are vertical, not horizontal, and this brings the outer burr in or out based on the spring pressure, the springs in here. And really not supposed to turn this dial unless it's running, because you can clog up the burrs. You have a touchpad up here, and we'll get into more detail in another video, but you have your double dose, single dose, and your manual dose. You have your time, which needs to be reset, and you have your date in European format, and a USB port, okay, to update software. It is a pretty heavy grinder. You have a small bean hopper up here. A larger bean hopper will be available. And basically, if you remove the bean hopper, you could see the grinding burrs down in the bottom there, and it does shut off the grinder because you don't want, in case somebody sticks in their fingers. Okay, there is a little light that's on both sides. Don't know if you can see, but it's changing. Okay, I believe you can adjust that to a solid color if you like. This faces the person grinding. Personally, I think it should face the other way, these lights, but there may be some reflection there because you want the customer to see it. So unless this is on the back wall, customer won't see it as much as if, you know, if they're on the back wall, they'll see it more. If this is facing you, you're really not going to see the colors. You're going to see the back of the grinder. So, and I'm rubbing the feet because this grinder is heavy. Okay, just do a little test grind. I already had actually some that I ground before. Actually, there's another thing they need to go over real quick. You can adjust the forks to hold your portafilter, so there's adjustment screws up here. This slides up easily. It's magnetic with 2 screws. And then you could put the cup holder here, get that locked in, and then put that there. And let's go with a single. Okay, not too loud. Okay. And then if we're gonna go a little more. Okay, ooh, need to open up the bean hopper. This grind is super consistent and very, very fine. And again, I believe this grinder will work very well with the cinnamon roasts, the light roasted coffees, and we will go over that in the future. This is just a quick intro on the Quamar Sirio-Q Espresso Coffee Grinder. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please ask down below or go to our website. We have a question and answer for this grinder when you see it on our webpage. And not only just subscribe to our social media channels, but also share the information with others so they can learn for better products that come out from First Line Equipment. Once again, Java Jim with First Line Equipment. Thank you. Coffee first, everything else second. Take care.